Yeah, so a little bit about me, how I came to mushrooms. I had an experience where I had a suicidal ideation period in my life, and then mushrooms helped me. It was self-therapy. I did it by myself, but it was very much like a spiritual practice. So I would do these heroic doses by myself every 10 months for about 3-4 years. And then just live out my transformation. And I was just doing this all by myself. I didn't want to talk about it because 2015, it was like on the internet, but it wasn't like it wasn't as popular as it is now. And now there's A-list celebrities coming out and having these
one a week
advocacy. Yeah. So it's like, at the time I didn't want to talk about it, and it's become easier and easier to talk about, but I had these transformative experiences and then just did a lot of research just like underneath the rest of my life, and allowing that to reach like a critical mass, and then converging on how can I facilitate some kind of, and then also just doing research on my own with these mushrooms, superfood mushrooms, and just picking one and experiencing it, and then figuring out what the difference between chaga and lion's mane from a perspective of how it reacts to my body, and really feeling comfortable with mushrooms before talking about them. So now I feel like I can share my experiences and then talk to people like you and just bring more awareness, you know? And I feel like that's me doing my part, talking about, I had a transformative experience that no one talks about and I had no prior knowledge of. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there who are in a situation where either they've heard about it and been curious, but there's stigma behind it that keeps them from actually walking down that path. And well, it's just one of a handful of things that's transformed my life in such a significant way that I can't help but testify about it in some way.
Amen to that. Yeah. I can definitely get behind that. Really interesting. I think it's really interesting that there's so many people that have gone through similar experiences like that, at least from what I've heard, and not been able to share. Like we started doing a clubhouse a little while back on for Gwella, and we wanted to just hear stories about people's experiences. And the number of people that said that they had taken, especially with psychedelic mushrooms, because it is something that maybe you don't feel as comfortable sharing with that kind of experience. The number of people that said, I didn't have anybody to talk to about it. I don't know if I wanted to talk to anybody about it, but if I had, what would people say? And I think that's, for me, one of the most important things in my experience is like sharing it. So the fact that there are like communities of people coming out now, and research bodies who are saying like these are experiences that need to be shared, and it's our humanity coming together in this shared experience kind of thing. And yeah, it makes me very hopeful that a lot of people that do have those experiences want to talk about it. Because we know that we're like, people need to hear this, and maybe if I just keep talking about it, it'll resonate with somebody, it'll help somebody, it'll shed some light on something, it'll okay it for somebody else. So it's all part of building that picture.
It is.